Well, hello, beautiful, fabulous people. How are you? Well, welcome to Wednesdays with Wallis. This is Wallis Patterson, your host. And if you've been watching me, follow me, share. So go and click on the link, subscribe. That's the word, subscribe. So subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm on a real drive to get 1,000 subscribers onto my YouTube channel, Wednesdays with Wallis. What the? I have no idea how the hell I'm going to do this. But anyway, it's a goal and we've all got to have a goal. And yeah, you know, moonshot, you know. Shoot for the moon and you'll still be among the stars if you miss it. Isn't that the saying? So that's my saying today. Now, the title of the show today is, got to keep an eye on the time because I don't want to bore you to tears and I can just rattle on for ages. And I do want to cover a little bit of the whole fashion thing as well. And I hope you can see me. I'm trying to get the lighting right. You know, there's so much to learn in all this. And sometimes I feel like I'm a real bloody dunce. And other times I go, no, kid, you're on it. You're all good. But anyway, here's the thing. Today's title is Why Bother? And I have to tell you, a few weeks ago, I did an episode called Down the Rabbit Hole. And I felt that that's where I'd gone. I'd gone off falling down rabbit holes. I didn't know I didn't know where the hell I was going. I'm not allowed to swear on the show, so I best not. Bloody's about good as it gets. But I could say worse things, and I have many times said worse things. My mother used to always say to me, stop swearing. You mustn't swear. And of course I did. And did I listen to her? Like you probably haven't listened to your mother. And if you're a whole lot younger than me, you're probably not listening to your mother. But I'm going to suggest that, you know, you might like to take a little listen up because mums are pretty bright and intelligent, even if you don't think they are. And as young people, we never think our parents are very bright. We think we know way more than them. And you know what? You know, that's how it's supposed to be because, you know, things are supposed to get better, aren't they? Build on things. They've built on their past. They've built on their lives. They've built on where they come from and all that sort of thing, and hopefully gotten better on the way. Well, I think that's my claim to fame too. I look at my mum and it wasn't that she wasn't bright and intelligent. She sure was, and she sure had some really bright and intelligent things to say. She was a very, very funny lady. She had a very, very odd sense of humour, and sometimes I think that's me because I've got a bit of a strange, odd sense of humour too, and I can certainly find, you know, the funniness in some of the things I think and just burst into laughter. So if you're that sort of person, that's okay. You're not stupid. Don't worry about that. Okay, why bother? Well, I'm suggesting that we all get to a point sometimes in our lives, where we just don't want to be bothered. I was talking to someone about this morning, having a conversation. Got a blind rattling here, so if you can hear a bit of noise and rattling going on, it's because I've opened a door wide to the lovely garden that I have here. But of course, now that I've done that, the damn blind's rattling. I told you, you never get it right. And that's okay, that's life. You don't get life right either. You just live it. And I'm suggesting to you, you just live your life. It doesn't have to be perfect. You won't get it right. You won't get it exactly as you want it. And that's okay if you come pretty close. So have a go at some things and come pretty close to getting what it is you want or living the life that you really want to live. But we'll talk about that in a minute. We've got time. I'm suggesting that we all get to a stage in life. Maybe we do it often. Maybe we only do it every now and again. Maybe, you know, once in a blue moon, as we say. But we all go, oh, can't be bothered. Why bother? It's a bit like you get stuck at home, like during COVID when we all got stuck at home. I got to a point where I went, people would invite me out and I'd get invited to things and I'd think, oh, I can't be bothered. Why bother? But my answer to you is bother. Okay, I want you to bother. And I want you to be bothered about your life because I think it's incredibly important. And you know why it's important? It's important because when you bother about your life, then you're in control. And there's a lot of freedom in being in control. And you're not only in control, but you're also empowered. It empowers you to do more things and to be in charge of your life. And I want you to be in charge of your life. Okay, what have I got on today? I better cover off on that before time slips away and I've yabbered on too much. I've got this gorgeous, gorgeous coat on today. I wore this one other time, I think. No, I'm pretty sure I did. I wore this one other time in a Wednesdays with Wallis, early on in my earlier shows. But as I said, we've changed the format on that a bit. And it's a beautiful coat and it's got lots of all. It's very, I call it my Versace coat. And it's definitely not made by Versace. And in fact, it's made by a fabulous designer in New Zealand, Trelise Cooper, Dame Trelise Cooper. It's beautiful and I love it. And it doesn't do up because I'm too bloody fat for it to do up, a big podgy tummy. It won't go over all of those odd things, but I just wear it loose and I love it. And I've got it on with a pair of checky sort of pants with reddy burgundies and reds and things in it, because this is a bit reddy burgundy, this. It's a red, but it's a bit, more. Anyway, it goes with the pants. And I've got a pair of sort of heavy soled, thick burgundy shoes on, which you can't see. But I do want to show you, we'll go back to our topic in a minute. Have I got time looking at the clock? Yes, I've got time. We'll go back to that in a minute. Okay. See these gorgeous shoes? Look, all glittery. Look, they glitter. Aren't they beautiful? They're just stunning. Look at them. I just got those as a prezi from my daughter and her hubby, Matt. They've been overseas to Europe and all over, and they bought me these beautiful shoes. Gorgeous. I haven't worn them yet. I only just got them, but they bought me these beautiful shoes in Milan. I just love them. And I don't know exactly how much they were, but they weren't very expensive. So they're fabulous. So that, places are out there for you to pick up really amazing things. And I'll be finding some amazing outfit to put with that, that's for sure. Okay, back to I'm wanting you to try. I want you to bother. And in fact, I want you to do more than bother. I want you to do something really, really fabulous with your life. I don't have a lot more time to chat to you about this. So perhaps next week on Wednesdays with Wallis, if I remember, I'll pick up on this issue again about being bothered with your life and setting yourself some goals and dreams and being passionate about your life. Because at the end of the day, that's all you have is your own motivation, your own passion, and that's the thing that'll change your life. Nobody else will. Nobody else can. And it's nice to know that we're not an island and that we do have other people help us through life. Those things are important and it's important to acknowledge it. I know people that are very rich and have lots of money and they think that they're an island and they think they've done it all on their own. Well, they haven't. They got a lot of help. They got a lot of people supporting them, but of course they're in denial. They did it all on their own. They're the most amazing humans on the planet. Not true. But anyway, it happens. People say they did it and they're self-made and all this sort of rubbish, and it's just simply not true. Nobody's self-made. So a hand up and you'll get people help you and you'll get all sorts of things that come along on the way. But the beginning of it, the motivation for it, the starting of it, the getting up and getting going comes from you. Nobody can do that for you. So that part of it, not to be confused with self-made, but that part of it is very, very important because it's that part of it that'll get you up and get you going. Please don't give up on your life. Don't say, I don't want to hear you say, la, 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 la. I don't want to hear you say you can't be bothered. I want you to be bothered with your life, okay? Next week on Wednesdays with Wallis, I just showed you some shoes today, showed you what I had on. I've got this big necklace on. Visited with my friend yesterday to a fabulous shop she's working in at the moment with a designer, which I'd love to chat about. Next week, perhaps we'll talk more about being bothered and, you know, people who have been bothered with what they're doing and they go on to do, you know, really, really successful things. That's what I'd love to see you do. I want you to be successful. I want you to live the life you want to live, whatever that represents to you. It doesn't mean you have to be a millionaire and you have to drive a Maserati or whatever, or go on globe-trotting first-class holidays. It doesn't mean that. It's about what floats your boat and what makes you happy. And let's talk about that again next week. In the meantime, please subscribe to Wednesdays with Wallis so that Moi can meet her goal as well and get this up and running. And I'll see you next time, next week on Wednesdays with Wallis. Who knows what the topic is? Who knows what we'll get up to? But we'll talk more about this whole issue about being bothered. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And I love it. I love it. I love you. And we'll be back soon. Please join the community. We'll be back soon. Bye for now.